wave if you want to wave. Feel free. Eh, let's see how many people will come this night. Only one person. Yeah, another one person. Okay, 13, 113, 200. Yeah, we have just two. We have one. We have 17 here, 23, 356 already. Can we get 400? Yes, we have 400. Let's wave harder. Maybe we'll get 500. That started dropping now. Hey, you're waving like fun now. Someone said, hey, cute girl. All right, guys. Hi, how are you doing? Welcome to Daddy Freeze Live. How is the audio? Because we're both wearing mics. I didn't know how that would play out. I have Amarachi here, and we're still on Emeka Ike. Yesterday was quite a festival. So many people turned up. I think when I posted the video, we had a viewership of 27,000, which is a lot for a 1 hour plus video. Yes, last night. We had 27,000 people who watched the video after I posted it. My back always scratches me when I'm here. I don't know why. It's like people have used juju for me. Huh. Hey, Ada is greeting you. Said Amara baby.
Hello, Miss Ada.
So we have quite a lot of things to talk about. For the first time, I heard the audio between supposedly or allegedly between, don't forget guys, buy direct from USA.com. Anything you need from abroad, clothes, shoes, jewelry, accessories, car parts, electronics, anything you need from the USA, buy direct from USA.com. Official Dr. Zoe was with us last night. Big shout out to him. So the conversation now is, I heard Emeka Ike, we actually listened together. Do you know, throughout, I'd not listened to the voice note between Emeka Ike and his son. Or should I say the alleged voice note? Because that thing sounds like, do you think that thing was made up, or do you think it's...
I don't know. I think he looks like he can say it.
He looks like he can say it. He looks like he can allegedly say it. That voice note strong. Oh. Then me feeling like a good guy. I now sat down with them. I was like, come, Amarachi, have I ever said anything like that to you before? Mike said yes. I said, ah. Of course, I've never said I want Thriller to jam their head. Or did I ever say that?
No.
But I know I've used the F word. They've driven me to the wall before. And I've not on all of them, maybe one of them that is particularly naughty or something. And my mouth is not good, and sometimes I know I've entered them before when I'm trying to get something done and they're not getting it done. You know, and they were reminding me, not they, she was reminding me that, remember when he said this to me, I'd even forgotten. You know, so sometimes when parents and kids are quarreling, I remember once my mom never, yes, my mom said, Jase, you stupid on me before, are you an idiot? You understand? Which you guys get regularly when you do. I don't just come to you and say, are you an idiot? It cannot just come. You must have done something that I can't just understand, and I have to just ask you that question. It's like, are you okay? But I remember one day I was stressing my mom. Even me, I knew I was harassing her. And my mom just looked at me and said, you bastard. And it pained me. So I'm not making excuses for Emeka Ike. His own was plenty. If that thing is true, his own was plenty. Say make trailer jam in Peking head. That was a bit that was a bit much by any standards. And apart from that being much, then if you are taking sides with your mother, I'm gonna crush Emma, then I'm gonna crush you. It sounded like something from a Nollywood movie. Or has he been acting so long that his whole life is Nollywood? Because
He used to be character.
yes, it's in character. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, pop my money gone. Don't forget to buy direct from USA.com or anything you want from the USA delivered to your doorstep in Nigeria. Visit the website now. Buy direct from USA.com. Someone said he was angry. Do you know, when we wanted to start, I was about to start bashing Emeka Ike. And I talked to her. I said, this one just kept quiet. I said, what do you mean? You mean I've talked to you like that before? She said, well, you have said. And she reminded me, I've used F on them before. Not all the time, or is it all the time?
No,
Did you deserve it?
no.
No, why you now? Or maybe you thought you didn't deserve it. But you know I love you. You don't know. So okay, say what you want to say. You know, I know it's not easy to be a father. Or I should say sorry. I'm not saying any sorry, Joe. We're cool. You ate my shawarma today, Abby. So that's the sorry that you have eaten it. Or you want another sorry?
My
Yeah, I'm gonna say sorry to you right here. Or do you really want a sorry?
no,
Be honest. Be honest.
not really.
Maybe a sorry would.
I already apologized for time.
I already apologize. Yeah, sometimes but you know people can drive somebody up a wall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes, and let me tell you something. Yeah, when a child is good, because Amarachi is one of the good kids, you now expect them to be better. So when they are not better and they make a little mistake, you just go off. I remember one time Amarachi used, that time petrol was still normal. She used like 15K to go to Unilag and come back. Or to go to Ikeja or somewhere. She just went somewhere and came back. And I was like, why did you go with traffic? There was no rush. Did I swear at you that day?
Just use basic insults.
I just said you were dumb, Abi. Try. React better. You know? Then I'll now calm down. Then I'll now realize that, oh. So somebody said some parents apologize with slap. I remember one of my bones. He never apologizes. Now, so that day, my mom apologized. So me, I can't deform, say, no, but what you did was painful, blah, blah, blah. The mom won't beat me on top apology where I no collect to. I said I was sorry. They hold Egbon. Egbon already beat me on top apology. So I was about to come and start judging Emeka Ike, only for me to realize that. In this life, you always think you are a saint too. So luckily for me, I had her around. I now asked her. Because the only part, I don't curse. Curse as in shake me for my chair. No go better for you. I never do that. I can insult. I don't hit. Or do I? Come. You're live on national. Since I've known you, how many times have I smacked you before?
Very few.
Like 5 times or less.
No, 5, 4.
5, 4 times. I know out of the 5 or 4, you deserve like 3 of it. I know one must have been a mistake. You were just caught in the line of fire. Yeah, but we're talking about a 19-year-old child. So if you smacked her 5 times in her life, that means I tried. But you will not do well in life, you will fail. My dad used to say, you are a failure to me, and he used to pain me, so I never say it to them. No one said, say hello to Yella. Someone said, Baba, Wilson said, Baba, leave this girl alone. Wilson 9202. As you have decided to wake up without a brain, how did you even switch on Instagram? Because okay, that's instinct. Because you need sense to be able to function on a daily, but just looking at you, you look like palm kernel wey no get nut. You know, some palm kernel you go break and go see nut. Your own, they break your coconut, you open am no nut. So your own na just cocoa, no nut. O kàn gbàgbọ́n sórí ni kò sí kò ó níyè inú. Oh yes. So to be honest, children will drive you up the wall, especially when they're adolescents, and then you start trying to work with them and understand them, and then quarrel will begin. And when quarrel starts, all sorts of things will happen. However, there should be a line. Now, a child that you are not seeing, I don't think you should tell a child that you have other children. Is that audio real? It looks like he acted a movie that had a Michael and an Emma inside. I'm telling you. Is that audio real? Who can I bring up live? We no go scatter this thing. Pretty Oma. Hey, Labadaro. Look at this one. You look like Metro too much. Who is Metro?
I don't know, I think it's from China.
Where do you get these people from? That one can be said. Let's start with Samaria. Uh-huh. So, Mita was asking, what was Metro? No. Metro Booming. Do you know? You know Metro Booming? Who is Metro Booming?
Yeah, Daddy Freeze.
Oh, okay. Sama baby, how are you doing?
Good evening.
Good evening,
Uh-huh.
Good,
Good
you?
evening. She's greeting you.
Hey, pretty girl. Hey, pretty girl.
Hey, our Peking
Daddy
don't
Freeze.
there, they talk. Parrot mode.
Yeah, no. Daddy Freeze, you see that voice record?
Yeah.
You asked a very good question. That's the same thing I'm asking. I'm wondering. Even the one he said, I have other children. That one can be said out of anger. Just assume you've been frustrated to that extent you just say it out. But telling your own child you won't do well. Who says a thing like that to their child? I don't know, but I just feel it's only abusive people that can use such words. Because I know children will upset. I mean, we were all kids at a point. We got our parents upset at a point. A lot of them said things that we didn't like. And for that reason, like you just said a few minutes ago, for that reason, you can't use such on your children because you understood the meaning of those words and they hurt you, they made you feel bad. And let's be truthful to ourselves. Most of our parents were abusive. I hope I can use that word. So if
Just
you
say most of them were ABU.
Okay, most of our parents were ABU, and if you can be honest with yourself and realize and tell yourself the truth that maybe your parents, one of those parents that were ABU, you will understand how powerful those words, those things they said were, and you wouldn't want to repeat those things where your children are, regardless the amount or level of anger, because annoying you not sure, especially when couple are not together again. You can, the anger is there. Sometimes you get frustrated, you want to say a lot of things. But there are certain things you shouldn't say to your child regardless. So anyone using such a thing or wishing their own child such a thing, can't just put it on anger level. It says a lot about the person being ABU, whether the person denies it or not. There's a level of ABU in that person. And that's why it's easy to spill out. If you ask me, that's how I perceive it.
I've also grown over the years because me too, my mouth was not very good, even with my kids. Now, for them to, there are certain reactions that they get from me is frustration reaction, and sometimes I tell them, look, you two stop annoying me like that, because sometimes you just get stressed, and it's not easy to balance life with work. Sometimes work is stressing you, and then a child now decides around that period to just not have sense, and then you lash
This
out.
little one I have here that is 3 years. There was a day she annoyed me. I was like, continue. You think you're the only one I'm going to have? That was what I told her. I thought that's to tell you the level. I was telling her, I was saying, you think you're the only one I'm going to have? You know? So I understand the frustration there, how intense it can be. And that can get us to say some things that we're not supposed to say. But I just cannot wish my own such, hey.
Hey,
Daddy
Biere,
Freeze. Hi,
how are
Daddy
you?
Freeze. Sorry, I can't really come live. I actually came live to report a case.
What happened?
So, Maid Mayo has been kicked out of your live right now. He can't watch it because apparently him and Samaria had a little bit of a feud and Samaria blocked him. And so whenever she's
Who is
live,
that?
he can't watch. Because that's how Instagram works. So he's asking Daddy Freeze to ask you to please unblock him so he can actually watch and he doesn't have to interact with you.
Who is that, please?
Someone called Maid Mayo.
Made man yo now a
The most popular
guy.
guy on Daddy Freeze's live.
I don't know who
Samaria.
the person is, but one thing that if you disrespect me, for me to have my peace, I'll kick you off, and that's the way I roll. I really disrespect people,
Oh
so
yeah, me
I don't
I'm
He
know.
doesn't
begging.
want to. He
I'm
doesn't
begging.
interact with you, but he doesn't want to be missing the show whenever.
What will happen is that I'll have to leave here if I have to. When I'm done talking, I don't know who the person is. I'll have to check to see
But
what the
made man
gravity
you
of
too
what
should
the person said.
apologize. He should apologize to
That
Samaria.
if he see report,
No, that he's like he doesn't mind them not talking. He just does not want. He does not feel it's fair that he's taken out of the live anytime she comes on.
But what did he to
That
say
if
to her?
you
But
know
made
in this
man you is not a
community there's
troublesome
been a
person.
lot of blocking going on. Eh?
But you guys need to be careful because if you block each other, when somebody comes live, they will kick you off.
Exactly. I don't really block people. Me, I don't block people. I only block trolls if they really disturb me. But I don't block people that
Me,
much.
I
So
block my
Samaria,
I
please
secret
now
before I block.
go
So
don't
and
that
even know
unblock.
who they are talking about.
Just search Made Mayo amongst your blocked list of people
made
and then
man
unblock
you.
him so that he can continue causing his trouble here now. He's our number one troublemaker on this live.
Okay, maybe not find a trouble coming. Don't say me get my own worry for head too.
Oh yeah.
Please unblock Made Mayo so that he
Please.
can watch.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Daddy, please,
Oh yeah.
I'm
Daddy
having
Freeze,
dinner.
what do you have to say about this? You're the only one I will listen to.
Daddy,
Sorry to
please,
say
please
that.
tell us
I'm
to
begging
unblock
you,
him.
don't be angry. Please.
Tell her we'll pay her 50 kobo.
If you're here, I said we
A
pay
very
you 50
your
kobo.
life.
Oh yeah,
Tell her
everybody
we'll
is saying
drive
he should
back.
apologize. Made man you
He
to
can't
apologize.
apologize because he's not on the live. He's been kicked out. He can't watch. He's not
Very,
Okay.
do
here.
me a favor, text me the name of the person when you finish, so I will have an idea the exact person.
Some people are writing it there, but I'll send it to you. I'll send it
Because
to
so
you.
that he can watch this particular live. Because if you don't bring him on, if you don't forgive him, see Samaria, you cannot enter heaven if you don't forgive him.
Samaria is wicked. Samaria is wicked. Please,
How
oh.
many people they go heaven like this?
Don't worry, nobody for Nigeria
Even
they
me
go.
too. And if somebody has blocked me, but the
I
thing
don't
is,
say I go tell only if I
not the
go to
worry
heaven
me.
alone now.
The luck you have is the person I have blocked, I don't bring live, so they cannot kick you out. So the trick is don't fight with the people I bring live constantly. Ada, Ibire, all those people, Samaria, that I bring regularly. Don't quarrel with them. If you quarrel with them and they block you, once they come live like this, they just remove you.
It's to yank you off. Instagram is wicked. Sorry, Instagram. I beg you. I didn't say that too.
I'll do that.
Okay, Daddy Freeze, can I go now?
No,
This
no, we
topic,
needed your
see
opinion.
how they gave me back those yesterday. People were insulting Daddy Freeze. I went to go and read your comments on YouTube, on Instagram. Samaria, they entered me and prayer. They insulted us. Oh God. They said that we beat our husbands, that we are husband beaters. Jesus.
And that's why when people don't agree with you, people forget that you have the right to your opinion. You must not agree with everything we say. That doesn't mean you should disrespect people.
So
Your
somebody
opinion doesn't go with them. Don't be rude.
again. The things that they said that it frees me, I can't contribute to this topic again. Before I make a step to come and look for me.
Ebere, you that you are fire. Where is Priye?
No, it's Priya that is even passionate about it. Me, I'm actually kind of indifferent. I don't
Let me
know
look for
the
Priye.
It's
So
only
did they yap
Emeka I
Priye
know
too?
small.
Because me, I've not really been online.
It's Priya that even yapped the most because Priya was talking more and she was, she actually took a stance. So they yapped her.
Ebere, show your face.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
no
I'm not
one
going to yap you now.
That this is the way I tied my head. See now.
It's fine now.
That this is no. I don't want to be like.
You know that you are normal.
I don't
You
want
are
to be
naturally a
like
fine person.
Shining.
That if you see the way I'm looking now, I need to go and rub plenty shea butter
Now,
on my
you know
face.
what
I'm not
happened
looking.
yesterday? You know what happened yesterday? It was me against 4 people. Doctor and his wife, Ebere and Priye. So I think people now pitied me because all of you are now against me. I think that was what happened.
But Doctor and his wife were kind of on the fence. They sat on the fence.
You see, my issue with Doctor yesterday was, sorry, my darling, you feel a bit left out, so we're not going to dwell on this much. My problem with Doctor was, Doctor was offering solutions that were unrealistic. That was the issue there. And, he was like, he shouldn't have come with the matter. Emeka should not have brought it to social media. Okay, but he has already brought it. And I say this all the time to people. Snake, what is the snake? What is a snake's weapon? It's venom. What is a lion's weapon?
It's teeth, maybe. I'm guessing.
Teeth. Okay. What is an elephant's weapon?
It's
strength, trunk, weight. What's a rhinoceros weapon?
Okay. I don't know.
It's horn. God bless you. So you have snake weapon, venom, rhinoceros horn, elephant trunk, lion teeth. You cannot decide that if they are going to fight, they should all use weapon. As big as elephant is, he will lose because he does not have any weapon. You understand? And you cannot say all of them that they should use their trunk. Say the only legal way to fight is use your trunk. Lion will lose, snake will lose, rhinoceros will lose. And you cannot say they should use horn because snake no get horn, lion no get horn, elephant no get horn. You understand what I'm telling you? So when you come to a battle, you use the weapon you have. And sometimes that weapon you have might be unconventional. Sometimes all you have is your social media. Sometimes it's the only way you can get heard. A lot of people tell you, don't come to social media, don't come to social media. I've seen matters that social media has solved that court could not solve in Nigeria. Some people, their weapon are mouth. Why you would mouth bad like this?
I'm actually.
Someone said Regina Askia wants to come up. Is Regina Askia really here? Do you know Regina Askia? Hey, you can't know her.
Yes, I do.
We used to do over her that year. But is it really true? Is Regina Askia really here?
I didn't see her.
If you hear me, I'll come down because Regina Askia will pull crowd. So let me just hide.
Regina, she's not following me, so I don't think she's here. Regina Askia.
Maybe they saw someone with similar name. Oh, that's right. Wait, she's
right there.
Yeah, look at
her. Okay, Daddy Freeze, bye.
Hey, baby, don't run.
Hey! Look at me, I'm starstruck.
You don't know this woman. These people were not Nollywood. This was home.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I am starstruck.
How is everybody?
Regina Askia joins live.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you, sis. I don't even know whether to call you sis or auntie because you were already there when we were upcoming.
Anyone will do. Anyone will do. I
How
don't
are you
have my
doing?
face on, but it's okay.
You should have seen her when she was in her prime. God, this woman was
It was
It
fine.
was
beautiful.
beautiful.
Thank
She's
Wow.
still
you.
very
It's
fine. You
like
can
So,
see.
Good evening, ma.
like
thank
watching
you.
her on TV was like, oh my
I remember
god,
those
like
wanted. Growing up, I was
When you left Nollywood and went abroad, Nollywood was not the same again. You, Liz Benson, there was somebody else who left
Mhm.
that period.
oh my goodness.
We're like,
Thank
no,
you.
no, 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 no. These were the people that set the foundation for the Genevieve them. And Genevieve is
True.
already a veteran.
Oh my god, it's been many years.
Yeah.
Many years.
Hmm.
Look at everybody. Good to see you. I miss home die. I miss all of you. Oh my goodness. It's
So,
beautiful to be. I've been listening to your conversation.
hmm,
It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. But you have to consider the culture of where he is and how they interact with each other there. It's a culture shock when you leave a society like Nigeria and have to adapt, a society that's very different from yours. And you have to also take into consideration what that man is going through. I'm not supporting violence in any way, but you have to consider what that man is going through. For real. For real. I used to work with Emeka Ike, and I never met his wife. I don't know his son, but I know family dynamics that can push you to something like that. And there's no deeper hurt than when people you have sacrificed your life, your savings, your everything for, kind of turn on you. Sad. It's sad. So I hope that they find a way to make it up to each other, maybe apologize father to son, and pull through. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I wanted to ask,
And you
what
keep
was
talking
your
about our parents were abusive.
who?
Somebody said our parents were abusive. How many of us have gone to shoot up schools? How many of us have killed people? It didn't affect us negatively. We turned out well. We did good.
That's a point right there. That's a big point right there. Because
But maybe it's because we don't use thingy in Nigeria. If lots of people had access to this thing in Nigeria the way they have access to it here, you think so?
They were fighting.
You think so?
We are tough.
It
We
would
are
be
tough people.
catastrophic. Yeah.
We born to be hard and to be tough. We received it tough.
I think we have heart. I think we are more emotionally present and considerate, and life. We value life. I think in Nigeria, I've been away for too long. We value life in Nigeria. I don't think that people can pick a gun and shoot down a whole school or murder somebody, just because you have road rage, you come down and shoot somebody. I don't think that would happen in Nigeria.
there's a new one that started happening in Nigeria now. People be bashing their car like rams fighting. It just started like 2 months ago. There's a level of road rage we have entered right now in Nigeria where you go bash person motor, the person will come break your windscreen. I'm seeing a lot of that trend.
They stole my sister's car. They stole my sister's
Ebiere
car
stand
today.
still. Sorry, Ebiere, you are moving like this, so it's making
It
us
is.
dizzy.
Let me get my own stand. I'm
So
holding
let me
this
remove
phone.
you till you get your phone stand because you are
Actually, yeah, you can remove me. You can actually
because
remove
you're
me.
bouncing. Yes.
Oh, nice to see you.
It is more stable now. She was making me dizzy. I was like, you know, let me ask you a question, Regina. You've worked with Emeka Ike before. What kind of person would you say Emeka Ike is?
He's a gentleman. I like that dude. He's a gentleman, yes. I have never seen any type of violence with him. But that's not to say that people don't change. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened between him and his wife and him and his son. And if that audio is anything to go by, then it's a very sad situation. But from what I have seen, I worked with him once or twice. I haven't seen any type of, even though there were rumors of it, I have not seen him, actively violent against anybody.
You were talking about dynamics in our society that makes Nigeria different from the US or Europe. And I totally agree. Normally, it's a normal thing for a parent to look at their child and say, look at his head.
Uh-huh.
Why you no get sense
And
like
here
this?
those.
Oh, shit, go by, no? I don't know if you speak Yoruba. Yeah, but I remember
Dear,
my
dear,
grandmother would
dear,
look up
dear.
at me and say, why you just
Almost
dance like this?
kekere.
Sorry?
Uh-huh. Kere, kekere.
Kekere, kekere.
Let
Oh,
me
yeah,
sorrow
yeah.
you, but kere.
Okay. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, and I didn't like it, and I also transfer it to my kids. Sometimes when they do like this, my very beautiful daughter here. Sometimes when they do things, I just lash
Very
out.
beautiful.
It's not good. Um, but at the same time, it is how we were all raised. Now, a lot of people say you shouldn't make excuse for abuse.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, how do you raise a kid in 2023? It's tough. And you are a mother. How old is your oldest child?
My oldest child is 31. Okay. And she's a stabilizing factor. You know why? Because she was raised in Nigeria. All right. My
Oh.
other kids are Americans. And the liberal society in America is one that you really, really have to put your hooks down before you can have any type of control. Soon as a child gets to 18, you have lost all types of hold or all kinds of say. You don't have a say in anything they do. They can decide to do whatever they want to do. But in Nigeria, we're somehow, still cognizant of the fact that a parent is a parent, right? In Nigeria, that is our culture. We respect our parents. But out here, a child can turn themselves into anything, and the school supports them, and the legal system supports them. You as a parent, you're just a sitting duck. You have no say in what your children decide to do. And if this is where Emeka has found himself, can you imagine? Um, the heart of a father. Let me not say because I don't really know the whole story. I don't know if it's between him and his wife or him and his son.
It's him and
You
his
know,
wife that now spilled over to him and his son.
Okay. All right. The culture, the dynamics of a culture out of Africa is very different from what we have in Africa. And in so many ways, you people have it so good, you don't understand. Um, we were talking about how you're able to raise children in a culture different from Africa. It's a very difficult thing. It's a very difficult thing. So out there, just be thankful that you have your children around you, still listening to you, still respecting you. I'm glad that my oldest daughter is a stabilizing influence on the younger ones. They listen to her, maybe because they are not so far apart in age. They listen to her, and she's able to mediate between me and my American kids because Nigerian mothers, well, we have our thing going. You cannot see something that is unacceptable and be quiet. You're going to put your foot down. You're going to try to flex, but the kids are going to tell you, who the hell you think you are? So my daughter comes in the middle of that and stabilizes everything. I'm very thankful for that.
Which is indeed a very beautiful thing. Did you watch the
Yeah.
interview? The young man, that's Emeka Ike's son,
Hmm.
gave Chude, the way he was talking about his father. I don't know. What's your take on that?
Um, I'm going to tell you that anybody will defend their mother. Anybody will defend their mother. That's a female, right? And what that woman was saying, I caught a bit of the interview that said she was in the car and then she got a blow to the face in the car or something like that. Um, at that point, I couldn't watch it anymore because I know Emeka. I don't want anything to mess with the impression I have of him. This was a very sad story this mom was telling. I did not watch her son. I didn't hear what her son said about that incident, but I heard what she said about that incident. And personally, I have walked that path. I've experienced something like that, and I'm not going to defend anybody being violent
against, a female, you know. So I couldn't watch it. It was a very difficult thing to listen to.
Hmm, 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 hmm. Would you like to share a bit of your experience as a woman and how it affected you?
Okay, so now you see something like domestic violence, it's a very dark path for any family to go through. And you have to wonder what informed, what led to the violence. But, at the end of the day, we each are responsible for our actions, okay? You can't say it's because somebody did this or because somebody did that that made you do this or made you do. You could have walked away, right?
Hmm,
You could have walked away. You could have removed yourself from that situation, no matter how hurtful, you know. Um, Situations, can create a very frustrated environment where a man will like lash out to his spouse or family or whatever for whatever reason, you know. Um, like I said, the ball falls in your court. You decide what you're going to do. Are you going to continue to be violent to a person, or are you going to caution yourself and take yourself out of that situation? Most women don't recognize that domestic violence is cyclical, right? He beats you, he buys you flowers, he apologizes, you make up, you start again, he beats you, he buys you flowers, you make up, you start again. Now, it takes counseling to recognize the red flags in a situation like that. Oh, you would never know. You would think it's okay, or you would think I forgive him, or you would think it will never happen again, but it will. So until you get some counseling, both of you, one person for anger management, the other person to recognize what is going on.
hmm, 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 hmm. Now, have you, as a mother, ever
I think
found?
it's muted.
I'm muted.
Me? I'm muted?
No, 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 no. I was saying,
Am
have
I
you?
muted?
No, no, no.
No.
You're fine. Have you ever, as a mother, found yourself in a position where you are in between a father who is angry with his child, and how someone is saying no volume? Yeah. And how did you handle that situation?
I have found myself in that situation, and you have to be some kind of shield between yourself, between the father and the child. I have found myself in that situation. And not only that, my husband has found himself in a situation where he had to be the shield between me and my child. So these things happen, but it takes a special level of maturity or self control to be able to pull yourself back. Sometimes we fail because nobody is perfect. Sometimes we fail. Sometimes we cross the line. We make mistakes. And at that point is when you should sit yourself down and say, what could I have done better? What other choices could I have made in this situation? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm, hmm.
So, as we're criticizing Emeka Ike, we should do it slowly. Send the brother some prayers, advise him to go for some counseling, anger management, take himself out of that situation until he's, better. Don't you want to talk to your other guest? I think I'm talking too much. No, 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 I'm fine.
She wants to ask a
You're
question.
learning.
Go ahead.
Um, Good evening, ma'am. Please, I wanted to.
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
I'm fine, ma. I wanted to ask you. Do you think it's possible that the reason why the children are siding the mom is due to the fact that he might have actually changed from the person you thought him to be?
So there's some part of you that believes that maybe the violence has been going on and the children noticing this and now decide to stand up to defend their mother?
Yes.
It might be, you know. We were not there, we don't know. It might be. And children are like that, you know. They tend to defend who seems to be the underdog. And in these cases, especially when it's a female, the children will defend their mother.
Mm, mm. I wanted to ask.
And that is not
Okay.
me throwing Emeka under the bus. That is not me throwing Emeka under the bus. That is me just talking about generally what tends to happen.
Hmm.
And
Um.
so, Regina, can I ask?
Go ahead, Samaria.
Yes, yes. Okay, how about the double personalities we talk about? Because I just still believe that there are people that just show you only what they want you to know about them. They treat people differently. They maintain a particular, they just present themselves in differently at workplace. Put up those professional attitude, which may not be the same indoors. What do you think? Definitely, you're right. You're very right about that, because you see how we, in some situations, we see a person and then we say, "Oh, that's the nicest guy, that's the kindest guy," and then the wife is complaining this is happening to her. Nobody believes her because what we see is perfect. This is why I say we don't know what is going on behind closed doors. We don't know. So if this kind of stories are filtering out, rather than throw the guy and the lady under the bus, it is best to advise them to get some counseling, right, and get help to save their relationship. Because I mean, if you're going to stay in a marriage or in a union, it is not the union of two perfect people. It's a union of two imperfect people who have decided to stick it through, to get whatever help they need and rescue their union. So we would do well to send this brother some prayers and advise them to go for whatever counseling help they can get. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
I want.
not chase him. Let's not beat him. Let's not crucify him or throw him under the bus. He's a good guy. Let's encourage him to do better, by his wife and family.
Hmm. I wanted to ask you: have you ever, out of anger or frustration, lashed out at your kids verbally?
Yes, so yes, so African
I'm sure
mothers,
I'm
we
not
do
the
that
only
a
one.
lot. I'm not gonna lie. I should smile and say, "Oh no, that is abusing behavior." It's not. I have done so. Most of us are guilty, especially if you're from Nigeria or Africa, and you find yourself. Have you not heard? I'm gonna kill you today. I'm going to kill you today. If you say that to a child here, they take it very literally. They think
Oh,
that
oh.
you're trying to threaten them. I'm serious. People have gotten arrested for stuff like that. And the kids take it very seriously, and then they start talking about emotional abuse, start talking about all kinds of and then you look at your say, yeah. so 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 all the things that your grandmother and your mother and your aunties, your grand aunts, in Africa it takes a village to raise a child. All those people that were knocking you or pulling your ears, so they were abusing you, and then you start wondering, but I didn't turn out so bad after all. And then you question yourself. So these children would really think that I would kill them or what? You know, um, I think that's the culture shock. We all have done that. I have really yelled at my children, and they used to call me. They used to say that I have African slapping instincts. I had to call myself to order because I don't want to go to jail. For slapping a child. Here you would go to jail for that. You know, I had to call myself to order and really caution myself because it's no joke out here. A child
Mm.
says something like that in school, you're coming in to see the principal, or somebody's going to have a talk with you, or CPS is going to come to your house or something. Gotta
Yeah.
be careful.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I noticed is our parents then would like Sabio, shout out to Sabio watching. He said many parents have disowned children verbally before. You are not my son. In fact, from today on, you are not. Now, the problem is, how do you now settle when when the heat now calms down? Do you apologize to your kids?
Um, my children have said to me, "Mommy, don't even bother. We know you have a hard time apologizing. Don't even bother." But the thing is, it would be nice. I'm still on a journey to be able to say to my child, "I am sorry," but I have done it. I have counted my teeth, chewed my tongue, and I have said, "I am sorry." But it's difficult. It's very difficult. But then you live in the same house, you provide for the children, you take care of them, you put food on the table, you put a roof over their head. Would somebody who hates you do all these things for you?
Hmm.
And then they'll tell you, is it because you bought me a car? Is it because I'm in your house? Is it because of this? All those things. It's because I love you. You know, you're still here with me. I'm taking care of you. I love you. That's why I'm doing that. So if I step out, once or twice, you need to learn to forgive and know in your heart that I did all those things, out of love. My parents used to say, we beat you because we want to correct you, because we love you. But do you have to beat me with a switch? This is what I used to ask myself when I was younger. But I'm not beating my kids like that. I might be verbally volatile, but that's it. That's it.
Hmm. 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 I wanted to also ask, before we tire you out with our plenty questions, when are you coming back to Nollywood?
I was speaking with Ramsey recently, and he thinks that it's about time to come. My time wasn't my time. I used to be so busy, as a nurse, especially when you're working in the hospital on the unit. You don't have time. But now I have my medical practice. I fix my own hours, so I'm able, if I wanted to take time out and do what I want to do. Maybe, that will happen sooner than never, but it will happen.
Why did you leave?
The million-dollar question. Okay, you take your eyes and look at the matter right now. Okay, considering how headstrong and sassy I was, do you think I would have made it in Nollywood with the banning and unbanning and whatever? I live on my terms. I live on my terms, and then you can't say that to a producer, or you can't say that to I live how I want to live. I'm not going to do this or that or jump through hoops just because I want a job. No. So I'm very happy that the opportunity came and I was able to up and come to live in a community where you get as much as you put in. You know, you work hard and you play harder. It works out. That's what's up. I'm glad I left because I don't think I would have been able to. I don't think I would have been successful in Nollywood. And apart from that, I had a complex, right? At what point am I going to live for myself, right? I was living for the people, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to keep up with appearances. At what point was I going to be true to myself, do what I love to do, and be true to myself? So, contributing, um, caring for somebody, nursing somebody back to health, being part of little miracles like this every day was very nice. I appreciate the opportunity. I love what I do, and I make good money too.
Let me ask you, as a nurse, which do you prefer? Acting because you're good at it, or nursing? If you were to pick one.
Okay, so in my time, right, acting was rudimentary, I have to say. It was just starting out. And at this point in my life, right, having nursing as something, as a career or profession, I think it's a very good thing. So I would say at that time, it worked for me. But at this point in my life, nursing is what works for me. I'm a nurse practitioner now, and I'm doing very well. Period. Thank
On
you.
period. By the way, the lady beside you is also a nurse.
Oh, nice, 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 nice. Congratulations, lady. Congratulations.
Samaria.
Thank you.
And you guys
In
kind of look
Nigeria,
alike.
which country are you at?
The US too.
Oh, nice. Where are you calling from?
Texas.
Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, nice, nice.
Where are
You
you,
see, so you
Regina?
can corroborate what I'm saying. So you know how it is.
I do.
Yeah. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful, very fulfilling
It is.
profession. Yeah. It's
It is.
rough. It's rough in the beginning, but there's more space at the top. So when you are in that profession, you try to go up. You know, it's
The happiness to care,
yes,
to nurse the fact.
yes,
It is.
yes.
Okay.
Shout
All
out to
right.
all my nurses watching me. Big shout out to you guys. I love you loads.
Shout out to all the nurses. Thank you for all you do. It's a thankless job, but thank you for hanging on in there and giving the best of you. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mrs. Regina and Mrs. Samaria, how do you manage to balance your work and social life as a nurse? Because I heard it's very hectic.
Hmm.
That's a very good question. I think I should let you talk because there's this thing that people say that nurses are as soon as a woman becomes a nurse, she turns on her husband, she destroys her family. Nigerian men have shot their wives or whatever because the nurses are so like proud. They don't want to. So Miss Samara, take it over from here, and I'll hide behind the curtains and listen. Okay.
Samaria, over to you.
Well, oops, sorry. It is what it is. I try. You work hard, you play hard. Like
You
I've
play
been
harder.
away from work the past few days. I'm going back tomorrow, hopefully. I mean, the thing is, you make your schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So you people, you would like to work and how many days you want to work. You
Mm-hmm.
require to work at least 3 days. So if you decide to work extra, that's up to you. If you decide to work 2 days, that's up to you. So it's very easy to balance. I mean, I would prefer to work just few days in a week and rest than working every day, Monday to Friday, like my old job. So
Hmm. But the bills are not going to pay themselves.
it's really okay.
There you go.
Why did you
Any,
say the
yeah,
freeze?
go ahead.
But would you advise raising children abroad?
Would you advise raising children abroad? Hmm.
Who is this child? This child has some very punchy questions.
That's yeah, because I really made it. I made a man indeed. I just spilled something and she's wiping it and telling me, Mom, why did you make a mess? Sorry, baby. And
This
she's
child
just
is
three.
punching us below the belt.
She's just 3 years old. She's just three.
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, see, that's the example. How would you want to raise your kids? You raise the kind of kids that will question you, Mom, why did you make a mess?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you were a kid in Nigeria, you think they would ask you that question? Not all kids will have the guts to ask you such question. So raising kids here, raising kids back home, it all depends. I mean, you can still raise kids here a good way if you're a good parent.
Hmm.
And I think that our job takes us away from the children so much. And the guilt you feel when you leave your children in the care of somebody. But you can arrange your time in such a way that you are there for your children. I mean, when my babies were young, I raised them. I had a daycare in my home, so I was with them. When they started out in grade school, I was a substitute teacher in their school, and at the same time going to nursing school. When they got to, the higher classes, I my nursing courses and my nursing school got better of my time. And then when they got started to go away to school, I was able to go away to work. So if you can arrange your time in such a way that you spend a lot of time with your children, it will be helpful. But having said that, believe me, when you have the support system of your parents at home, your grandma at home, or your auntie, or somebody in there helping you with that child, it's a far better experience than being here, you, your child, and the TV. It's a very, first of all, very lonely experience. And when you have to do all these things like work, cook, take care of kids, and it really messes with your mental health, and it also messes with your physical well-being. So in that aspect of having a good support system, I will say raising your child in Nigeria is a far better experience than raising your child by yourself out here. Yes.
So let me ask
That
her
was
a
a very
question.
good question.
Amarachi, where are you going to raise your children?
Where the wind takes me.
Where do we?
I mean,
What did she say?
She said, "Where the
Where
wind
the
takes
wind
her."
takes her. Oh, you will bring
No,
it
no,
here.
no, no, no. Here's the next question. Here's the next question, and we're ending here. I know Regina is tired. Let me not stress you after this. Marrying,
I'm
because I
trying
know
to
you
go to
married
like.
Oyinbo. I know you married Oyinbo. Let's talk about, because I know she too. Her eye dey Oyinbo. Though, I hope I'm not burning any young man's cable. Because the way I look at Amarachi, the things that she likes, Niger man no fit give you. Now Oyinbo will give you that kind attention,
Honey, go
love.
for it.
Now
Go
let
for
me
it,
ask
baby.
you: would you? You picked a spouse and your spouse is Oyinbo. My mom is Oyinbo and my
Oyibo.
dad is black. So I know the dynamics and the culture shock. But if you were to do it again, would you still pick Oyinbo over Nigeria? Because I knew you had suitors in Nigeria. You are very beautiful and intelligent. So let's talk about that.
Um, my husband is not Oyibo. But I don't know if you can call Big Rudy Oyibo. You're talking about Stephanie's father. Stephanie's father is a French man.
Okay.
I met him in Nigeria. Yes. So Stephanie is mixed like you, but Big Rudy is African American. He might. I don't know if I can say that they are black. I would just say that they're a different color, because there's nothing that is black like us that I have noticed in him. Because the culture is totally different. Even though we're the same, if we want to talk about complexion or race, or even though we're the same, the culture, everything is totally different. So there was a huge culture shock factor in trying to stabilize my relationship with my husband. We went through a very rough patch. And if we did not have therapy, I don't think we would still be together. Believe me. If we did not have therapy, we would not be together. Um, I came as a very sassy, fiery African woman. I'll be clapping and shouting in your face and telling you what I had to tell you. I will call you a shameless man. I will call you anything that was on my mouth to call you. And then African Americans are not used to that type of thing. You know, it's a serious culture issue. So we had to, like, I had to learn to control my mouth, and he had to learn to control his temper. So when he went for anger management, I went for counseling to find other ways to express myself and what I had to say. So we went through all that, went through the culture shock, went through the separation, went through so many things, but we decided to stay together, and that is where we are. So if you ask me, am I going to choose him again? I would, again and again, because he understands my special type of madness, and I understand his also. Then we are, he's not a Yibo, by the way. There's a whole other dynamics about the race system in America, racism, and all kinds of things. So having lived that and experienced that, I would marry a black man any day.
Woo!
Thank you, Auntie Regina. You got it. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
And you
Thank
see, Daddy
you.
Prince, this question you asked her, just like she was saying, my boyfriend, he's American as well. He had an issue with just me offering him food. He just flamed up. Oh, why are you always asking me if I want to eat rice? And then he offering me goat meat. You can imagine, like, things that shouldn't be a problem. It can get to that extent of someone thinking that you offering him food is a problem. So you see how they can get off.
Mm,
I was like,
mm.
look at this one. Something like a typical Nigerian man now will be happy and glad that I brought you all this. And there you are complaining that I'm offering you. I'm always asking you why you want to eat. I mean, if you want to eat rice and stuff like that. So it's really difficult dealing with these guys for real.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been such a lovely day. Regina made all our day. I mean, she made the day for all of us. Big shout out to her. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, pop my money gun. You guys came and heard Regina ask her for free. You not even pop one single money gun. And I could not even talk about money gun because I was too busy enjoying Regina's gist. So, guys, thank you all so much for this lovely opportunity. Samaria, thank you for being there. Ebiere, you never requested to come back after your camera was doing like this. So thank you all so much. It's indeed a beautiful session. In as much as we all want to judge Emeka Ike, we pray we don't find ourselves in that situation. And the dynamics and culture shock of the average Nigerian is different from what many of us have subjected ourselves to with the Western media that tends to influence how we think and act. So thank you all so much. Amachi, thank you for such brilliant questions. Big peck on my cheek.
Well, you've not apologized that it freeze.
That's how we apologize. I apologize. Baby Amarachi.
All right, thank you.
I love you
Good
so
evening,
much. I'm
y'all.
sorry if I ever shouted at you.
Aww.
Each time I use the
Aww, that's
F word
sweet.
on you, I'm very sorry. Even though you deserved it. But I'm still sorry. She's
And for the one you will do tomorrow, you apologizing as well.
Yes. But
Apologize for the one you do tomorrow because you do another one tomorrow.
I try not to. Have I not improved? Okay. I apologize for the one that I will do tomorrow. Guys, don't forget buy direct from USA.com for all your supplies from the US: cars, clothes, accessories, phones, electronics, car parts, anything you need from the USA delivered to your doorstep in Nigeria. Buy direct from USA.com. And you can even pay in Naira for something you see in dollars. You can pay in Naira and get it. Take care and God bless. Sama baby. Yeah, forgive made my yo. Forgive made my you. Samaria, you're not saying anything. You're just doing like this. Forgive made my you.
That is not me now. That is not me.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.